Well, you may have heard on the news that I've introduced a bill this week. It's called the DEFUND Act, and it's targeted at the United Nations. Now, I want to be clear up front that I understand that there are parts of the United Nations that are important for the United States, such as the Security Council. I want to make sure we always have a vote on the Security Council and that we have a dominant vote there. But it's also clear that the United States is funding over a third of all the United Nations funding, and that underneath the broader umbrella of United Nations are all sorts of agencies that America just doesn't know what's happening. And as a perfect example, we saw in the news this week this agency that funds Hamas. And this goes back to legitimate cause that started many years ago with Palestinian refugees, has gotten out of control and has now taken care of not just those refugees, but their kids and their grandkids. And it keeps going down generations and generations, and nobody's going back and looking at this program. So much so that we found out that 10% of all the employees that work for this program, UN employees, were part of the October 7th attacks. They were part of Hamas on October 7th. Half of all those employees have friends and relatives that are part of Hamas. Clearly not in the United States' best interest. If you look further, you'll see things like the disarmament agency run by, get it, North Korea and Russia. We got a problem there, right? Or these other agencies that work on human rights but are led by Russia and Cuba, Nigeria, and other countries that have no business being setting out doctrine on human rights. So what does this bill do? It forces the State Department to rank all of the agencies in the United Nations by those that are most important and critical to our country's interest. So what we'll do is we'll get them to rank it, and then we're going to go down to the bottom and we're going to say, what in the world are we doing with this program? Why are we funding it off of its head? And we can go up that list until we find those that are really essential and important to the United States. I'm really excited for this bill. I can't wait for it to hit the House floor. And watch my newsletter if you want more information. And thanks for watching the video.